Hi children, once again I welcome you all to the online video session. In this video we shall learn about a topic called Maps from Geography, Grade 6, Chapter 4, Maps. What is a map? A map is a flat drawing of a place or a part of the world. If you see, a map looks as if it were drawn from the view of someone sitting in an aeroplane. So, in the previous lesson, we have studied about the advantage of a globe. However, globe has limitations. A globe can be useful when we want to study the earth as a whole. But when we want to study only the part of the earth, as about a country, state, or a district, it is of little help. In such situation, we use maps. As we know, a map is a representation or a drawing of the earth's surface according to a scale. But it's impossible to flatten a round shape completely. We find that maps are useful to us from various purposes. One map shows a small area and a few facts. Another map may contain as many facts as a big book. When many maps are put together, we get an atlas book. Atlases are of different sizes, measurements drawn on different scales. Maps provide more information than the globe. They are of different types, some of them are described as below. Mainly, we have three types of map, children: physical map, political map, thematic map. A physical map shows natural features of the earth such as mountains, plateaus, plains, oceans, rivers, etc. While a political map shows cities, towns, villages, and different countries and states of the world with their boundaries. Finally, thematic map shows specific information such as road map, rainfall, maps showing distribution of forest, industries, etc. children. So, a map has mainly three components. The three components of maps are as follows, children. They are distance, direction, and symbol. Now let us study about each of them in detail. Distance. Maps are drawing which reduce the entire world or a part of it to fit on a sheet of paper. We can say maps are drawn to reduced scale. But this reduction is done very carefully so that the distance between the places is real. It can only be possible when a small distance on paper represents a large distance on ground. Therefore, a scale is chosen for this purpose. Scale is the ratio between the actual distance on the ground and the distance shown on the map. So on the basis of this, we have two types of scale: small scale map and large scale map. When a large area like continent or countries are to be shown on a paper, then we use small scale. For example, 5 centimeters on the map shows 500 kilometers of the ground. It is called a small scale map. When a small area like village or town is to be shown on paper, when I use large scale, that is 5 centimeters on the map shows 500 meters only on the ground, it is called large scale map. And usually large scale maps give us more information than small scale maps, children. Direction is another important component of maps. Most maps contain an arrow marked with the letter N at the upper right hand corner. This arrow shows the north direction. It is called the north line. When you know the north, you can find out other directions. For example, east, west, and south. There are major directions: north, south, east, and west. They are called cardinal points. Other four intermediate directions are northeast, southeast, northwest and southwest. We can locate any place more accurately with the help of these intermediate directions. We can find out the direction of a place with the help of compass. It is an instrument used to find out main directions. Its magnetic needle always points towards north and south directions. This is an image of which shows different directions. You can see on the right hand corner pointed north. So with the help of this we can easily find out south, east, west. Next, symbols. Symbols are very important part of maps, as it is not possible to draw on a map the actual shape and size of different features such as buildings, roads, bridges, trees, railway lines, or a well. So they are shown by certain letters, shades, colors, pictures and lines. These symbols give a lot of information in a limited space. With the use of these symbols, maps can be drawn easily and are simple to read. Even if you don't know the language of an area and therefore cannot ask someone for direction, you can collect information from maps with the help of these symbols. Maps have a universal language that can be understood by all. There is an international agreement regarding the use of these symbols. These are called conventional symbols. Various colors are used for this purpose. For example, generally blue is used for showing water bodies, brown for mountains, yellow for plateau, and green is used for plains. So here is the list of some conventional symbols which are being used worldwide while crafting maps. And the art of drawing maps is called cartography. Even we have sketches which can provide us some information. So a sketch is a drawing mainly based on memory and spot observation and not to scale. Sometimes a rough drawing is required of an area to tell where a particular place is located with respect to other places. Suppose you want to go to your friend's house but you don't know the way. Your friend will make a rough drawing to show the way to his or her house. Such a rough drawing is known without the scale is called a sketch. So from this we can learn, children, that a sketch is not drawn to scale, whereas a map is drawn to scale. Plan. A plan is a drawing of a small area on a large scale. A large scale map gives lots of information, but there are certain things which we may sometimes want to know sometime. For example, the length and breadth of a room which can't be shown in the map. At that time we can refer drawings drawn to scale is called a plan. So with the help of plan we can understand the exact height, width, length, breadth of a particular room or a place, children. So with this we have completed our topic maps part 1. In the next video we shall discuss about the exercise and try to solve the answers for the questions given in the exercise. Thank you all, children, for watching this video. Take care. Bye bye.